What's up, everyone? Mike here. We are in the mushroom grow room, and I have some beautiful Hericiums behind me. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at those things. So we've got right here the Hericium coralloides. This is my coral tooth mushroom, and right over here, those are lion's mane Hericium erinaceus, and that is my Yeti strain. Okay. So I just want to say, if any of you guys are looking for awesome mushroom genetics and just some liquid cultures, so you guys can try growing some of these yourself, you guys can head over to my website. I've got that link down in the description box below, and you guys can pick them up over there. And I want to say, if you're into mushrooms and farming and you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, make sure you click that subscribe button right now so you get more mushroom and farming videos like this in the future. But right here, we're going to pick this awesome Hericium coralloides today. It is just the perfect size. We've reached the optimal level of maturity. I really don't want to let it get any bigger, and if we would let it get any bigger or we'd let it go any longer on the block, we would start to lose quality, we would start to lose shelf life. But right now, this thing is ideal. It's going to have this beautiful flavor of lobster or crab meat, and just look at that structure. You can kind of tell it's kind of a coral-like structure. Now, normally a Hericium coralloides takes about 14 days in the grow room, start to finish, okay? So as soon as you cut that bag open and you let the mushroom start to emerge, it takes about 14 days or so, and then that mushroom will be fully ready to mature. I've actually got this one over here. Here's my humidifier. I've got this thing camped out right by the humidifier. So these things kind of get a lot of fog throughout the day. They like it. They don't like water dripping on them or droplets on them, but if they can be in a lot of fog, honestly, they do pretty good. The coral tooth mushroom actually has a pretty wide temperature range. I've grown this specific strain as low as like 45 degrees or so. I've had it about 45 degrees in this room in the depths of winter. I don't like it that cold, but this mushroom would grow, okay? And it doesn't necessarily like to grow in the cold either, but it does perform, okay? And I really didn't struggle with it. It just grows a little slower than normal in the cold. I have also grown this mushroom up into the 80-degree weather, okay? I personally don't recommend fruiting it in the 80-degree temps, but you can do it if you absolutely need to. It responds best in between about 60 and 70, but you can, like I said, you can stretch it down as low as 40 or up as high as 80 or so. But this mushroom is a great performer. It's a really good year-round mushroom. I personally grow this mushroom year-round. It's a great seller at farmers markets. And you'll just see when I pick this and I kind of show you guys kind of the structure when I tear it, it looks great in mixed boxes. Okay, I'll show you guys just a couple clips of mixed boxes right here and kind of how I arrange them. But what I like to do is I like to just tear little pieces of it, and I'll kind of put a little bit in each little box. And honestly, it just kind of dresses the mixed box up, and it makes your mushrooms look kind of cool. Just kind of adds a little extra to the box as far as like look and color. The white on these is like super white, so it really pops, you know, it makes your boxes stand out. And I'm going to say, over the years, me selling this mushroom at the farmer's market, it's been a huge eye catcher. You always have to educate people, okay? A lot of people don't know what this is. Some people will assume it's lion's mane just because lion's mane has gained so much popularity in the most recent years. But since so many people assume it's lion's mane, it kind of gives you an in right there, and you can kind of talk about the lion's mane mushroom and explain to them that this is a Hericium as well, and it's kind of part of the lion's mane family. So it's a good way to kind of talk about this mushroom. I typically describe it as kind of like a brother or a sister to the lion's mane. And the one thing I like to tell people about the Hericium coralloides compared to the lion's mane is just the fact that it never gets that bitter flavor. Sometimes with age or just levels of maturity, when a lion's mane is picked, it can have kind of a stronger, bold, bitter flavor. The Hericium coralloides will never have that. So if you have a customer or a chef that's really just particular about the kind of flavor they're seeking, and they don't like that kind of strong afternote that sometimes the lion's mane will display, you can always recommend them a Hericium coralloides or the coral tooth mushroom. I think it's a great alternative. The bear's head mushroom, the Hericium americanum, is also another great alternative. But I'm a huge fan overall of growing Hericiums for commercial cultivation, whether it's lion's mane, coral tooth, bear's head. These are great mushrooms to cultivate. So anyway, let's get to picking this mushroom and we'll talk about it a little bit. All right, guys, I got her. I picked the beauty right here. Okay, everyone, so I just picked this really nice Hericium coralloides. We got it out here in the lab. I just want to talk about this thing a little bit more with you. I'm going to kind of tear it just so you guys can see what it looks like when you tear it and all that good stuff. But obviously, you can tell, beautiful mushroom. Like I said, I picked this at the optimal time. A lot of people are wondering, like, how difficult of a mushroom is this to grow? And I would rate this as kind of like easy to intermediate, actually. I will just say if you can grow a lion's mane, you can grow the Hericium coraloides. Okay, I would rate them about the same. The lion's mane might be like slightly easier, but overall the Hericium coraloides is really similar. I would actually, as far as ranking this, as far as difficulty, as far as all of the Hericiums, I feel like it's actually slightly more difficult to grow a better Hericium americanum than it is the coraloides. I feel like the coraloides just kind of has like, the way the kind of coral structure is, it's got some like air gaps in it, you know, and but just kind of like the gaps it has and the airflow that it gets, it kind of lets air pass through it. It lets the moisture absorb into it really well. And you don't have too many problems with it. I'll say if you can get your humidity in between about 85 and 90% relative humidity, you got adequate air exchange, keep the CO2 less than 1,000 parts per million, you get some really nice Hericium coraloides. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna split this mushroom just so you guys can see what it looks like on the inside. And I'll tell you guys, I'll never forget when I started growing this mushroom. I started cultivating the lion's mane. I got really into lion's mane cultivation. It was a super popular mushroom for me. So then I started looking at some of the other Hericiums because I figured they'd be similar to cultivate. And I saw other guys cultivating the americanum. So I was like, man, I should really try something cool like this coraloides just to do something a little bit different. Look at those little teeth. You guys can see the little teeth on the branching there. I just think it's so cool. So when I got into growing this mushroom, I just really wanted to try something different. I wanted to totally be that unique guy at the farmer's market that had some kind of awkward mushroom, you know. And I'll just say, at the first farmer's market I ever did, there really wasn't any mushroom vendor that had anything like this, okay? So when you have stuff like this, it just kind of sets you apart from the crowd, and I think it's kind of cool. And I'll say some people are concerned about selling something like this just because it's different, but I'll tell you, being different, it kind of gives you an advantage, I feel like. Nowadays, there's a lot of different people getting into mushroom farming, and I'll just say things like oyster mushrooms and lion's mane are super common, okay? Everybody grows lion's mane and oyster mushrooms, but this Hericium coraloides, this will definitely set you apart from the pack. This will definitely make your farmer's market stand like one of a kind. This is a mushroom I've grown on my farm for about 6 years now, so big fan of the Hericium coraloides. And I'll say another thing that is kind of cool about this mushroom is it is neuroregenerative, okay? So it has neuroregenerative compounds known as chiralocin in this mushroom. So it's a very healthy mushroom for your brain and your nervous system. It's also really good for like gut health, just kind of overall health. This is a nice healthy mushroom. So not only does it look cool, it's super healthy. And I'll say if any of you guys have any questions for me about this mushroom or growing this mushroom or just any questions in general, just be sure to put it down in that comment section below and I'll address all your questions. But you guys, I almost forgot. It's subscriber giveaway time, okay? So you guys know the drill. We're going to do the same thing we did last month. I just want you to drop a comment, okay? Any comment gets entered in the subscriber giveaway, and you could win some Liquid Cultures or Mushroom Mesa shirt or anything like that. What we're going to do is 1 week from now, so basically at the end of the month, it'll be March 31st, midnight Rocky Mountain time. The contest is over, so no more entries in the contest after that. But I just want you to comment below, drop any comment you want, and you're going to get entered in the subscriber giveaway. I will announce the winner April 1st, okay? So I'll make a video April 1st announcing the winner. All right, guys? Good luck, everyone. Hopefully you guys all found this video helpful and informative today, and if you did, please drop this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but that's all I got for you on this one, and I will catch you guys on the next one.